Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to episode 13. Bu Squalor here. Here is my lineup at the current moment before the draft. I have no center. I have no fullback. I'm thin on wide receivers. It's a thin team. Defensively, it's a little thicker there. I mean, we do have, four cornerbacks and stuff, but man, there's our 1 year rental that we probably should have done a 2 year deal with, but oh well. Zadarius Smith is an 84 now. Preston Smith is still an 80. Nick Perry dropped all the way to a 74, but still solid at 74. Special teams, I don't have a kicker, and we're just really thin on our roster of what? I think it's 44 out of 75 players. So let's advance to next week, which is the draft. I made the draft board up. I went through and first 32 picks on the draft board. I pulled their stats and where they're positioned because we want to look at that. Here's the free agency recap. There are still some 80 players available, so we'll see what happens with that after the draft. So my signing was this guy, and we went through this already. I did see Mike Daniels went to the Buccaneers, and Clint Dix is a Cowboy. Randall Cobb is a Redskin. We knew all this. Des Bryant is a Corey Linsley went to the Texans. Muhammad Wilkerson is a Buck. It's interesting. That's a Andy Trevathan. Just taking a look. Janoris Jenkins. Robert Quinn is a Seahawk. Rob Ninkovich is a Seahawk. Taco Charlton went to the Saints with look at that, 1 year, $5.9 million. I offered him Kyler Frackle is a Jet. Calvin Benjamin is really heavy. He's a physical wide receiver. Teddy Bridgewater is a Bronco. And that's the end of the top 100 with Maurice Crandy. Let's start the NFL draft, guys. Start the draft. Pause the draft. Ooh, what is this? Resume draft. So on the clock. So we can just advance to the next pick. Okay, so alright, so Brian Silva is the #1 pick overall, who I scouted because I don't know why I even thought of scouting him, but he's a 76 overall, and I heard that the Madden ratings have changed, so everything's a little lower apparently. So that's interesting, and Brian Silva will take the Miami Dolphins. Next up is the Broncos, who pick Gabe Hodge, who is the #2 pick overall, right end. The 77 taking second, so they're 1 for 1 and 2 for 2 on the Broncos. And I am keeping track of this draft, so it does take a minute to go through there. Travis Reed, the cornerback, Travis Reed, who was 5th on the list, is a 71 overall. Very interesting. It means the I don't know what that means, but it's amazing that there are 72s, you know, it should be in the upper 70s, low 80s picks. Marco Burgess was the third pick on there. He's 23 years old. He's a 72 overall. He went to the Bills. There is a player, this halfback, coming up pretty soon here that I'm very interested in. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. We don't want to see my draft board right now. Let's get ahead to draft. One pick. Right side out linebacker. Dudley. He was picked, what is this, 5? To the Cards. 72. I don't think the Vikings will pick the halfback, but maybe they will. Nope, they took Kenyon Hood, a wide receiver. 74. And now the hidden talent, so we don't really know how good a player is right off the bat, because their talents will be hidden. Kind of interesting. It'll take a little bit to understand how your draft went. So the running back should be drafted next. Oh, no, Steve Clayton, a wide receiver. Alright, this is one I looked at. He had phenomenal combine. He was a 73 overall, phenomenal combine. Went to the Seahawks. So I'll have to take a look at him when it's all said and done with. 21 years old. Very nice pick. The Buccaneers take another wide receiver who's 12th overall on the list. 21. Not quite as great combine, but still not bad. 21 years old, so you get a couple extra years out of him if you resign him. But he's a 75 overall. That's the second highest one yet. Middle linebacker, Jamal Cheevis. Yeah, I looked at this guy too. 21 with a 6.9 combine. Taken 9th overall, so you can see that I was way off on some of my let's hope picks. This is 77. This is the highest ranked player to be drafted, just for overall, right from the get-go. The running back I thought that would be drafted has not been taken yet. So Parrish, I didn't scout him, so I don't know. Parrish Tepley is a left end. He was 10th. He's 10th on the list. He was taken by the Rams. 74 overall. Left outside linebacker, Kerry Huffman, 22-year-old Kerry Huffman. He's 11th on the list, so he's kind of falling in line. But two players have dropped. A tight end, an older tight end that was at 23, and a running back that was 22. Right end, Joe Belton. He's the second right end to be drafted already. Taken 12th by the Chargers. And he's a 73 overall. John Odom, left end. Rajon Odom, I'm sorry. 13, he's right in line. He was 19th on the thing. Taken by the Jets. 74 overall, 23-year-old. Bernie Larson, free safety. .23-year-old, great combine. Taken 14th. He's 16th on the list. Bengals. But he is 23 years old. Let's go ahead and draft. Next pick. Ooh, Perry Wadsworth. 66 overall for Perry Wadsworth. Yeah, he had a really low combine score. 5.1, so Titans picked a lemon, unless he's got some crazy talent. And next up, left outside linebacker Jimmy McConnell. Let me see if I can find him. 17 on the list. He was drafted 16 by the Jags, and he's a 73 overall. So far, Redskins have the best draft overall talent for their position. Next pick is Sean Sandler. Is this the tight end from the beginning? It is not. This is not the first tight end. This is the second tight end, and I scouted him. Great combine, 21 years old, 77 overall. Taken 17th by the Ravens. I think this is a good pickup. Next up, Parrish Whitaker, defensive tackle. Okay, so this was the first red player. This is 70 overall, taken 18th. I scouted him on the 23rd. So, okay, so the red player. Skip ahead in the draft. Let's advance. The next pick is Christian Fletcher, cornerback that I scouted. 6.9 combine, 7.2. He went to the Eagles, and he was taken 19th overall. We can see ourselves on the draft board, ladies and gentlemen. Ricky Barber, the wide receiver. 22-year-old Ricky Barber went 20 overall to the Panthers. 74. Ooh, I don't know what I just did there. Got misclicked. Skip ahead in the draft. Next pick is the left tackle Blaine Taylor. Wow, 23-year-old Blaine Taylor is a 65 overall, taken by the 49ers. That is not a great first round pick, it appears. I'm not going to talk too much because I don't know what mine's going to be like, but hopefully better than a 23-year-old 65 overall player. Skip ahead in the draft. Next pick is Percy Gunther, the free safety. So 30th on the list, 21-year-old, good combines, kind of an athlete. 22nd on there, taken by Steelers. I think Morgan Burnett is really old, so maybe that's his replacement. So I'll skip ahead in the draft. And we got the right guard, De'Aaron Rainey. I did not scout this guy. I thought he would go too early for me. And I was right because he was 2 picks beforehand, 3 picks. Raiders, 74 overall. Let's get ahead in the draft. Next pick is the defensive tackle Michael Godfrey. Is he even on the list? I do not see Michael Godfrey on the list, so that might be the first selection outside of the top 32. Skip ahead in the draft. Next pick is the left end Omar Jose. I did scout this guy and I liked him, and I probably would have picked him, but he was stolen one before us, so it's our pick with the 26th pick overall. We can trade away our pick. We can take a look at it. I'll have to take a look. Hold on one second here. Let me get this written in. Here's 25. So the Pats. 75. Okay. Let's Alright. Just had to make sure. Okay, so look at the tight end and the halfback from the first round are still in there. My draft board has this halfback. We got some options here with our first pick overall. This one is elusive back, not fast, but very strong. Late first rounder. And then we have early first round talent for a right end. So projected to be an early third rounder, but he's showing early first round talent. And then we have this halfback who is a late first rounder. I'm pretty confident in my halfback with Aaron Jones being there, and then signing up someone. So I think Arthur Steed, he's the 5th right end on there, but he's got first round talent. I think we're going Arthur Steed for our first pick overall. 7th, but normal development. So a 75 overall, normal development, run stopping right end, 21 years old. So might have been an early pick, but seemed okay for me. So we picked him 26th. Packers 75. Now the running back that I skipped on, that'll be the wait. Oh, I know what I did wrong here. True talent was 7 equals a plus 19 on our first pick. So looks like could be an instant starter on our for us. So yep, I think that's true. Okay guys, we're gonna keep recording. We are 17 minutes into this episode already, so skip ahead in the draft. We just go through the first round. Julius Derby, left outside linebacker. I do not see him. I see other left outside linebackers, but I do not see him. Okay, so I'm gonna skip out on that one. And right end, Cedric Hart. He was 36. We did scout him, 23 years old. 6.2. So he went, what did he go, 28th to the Colts. 69 overall. Okay, the tight end, Anthony Reckley. Okay, there we go. The guy that dropped all the way to the 29th pick overall from 4th in the beginning is a 73 overall, 23-year-old tight end that went to the Colts. And Tyson Hardison went next, the left tackle from Duke. I don't think... Yep, not seeing that on my list here. Skip ahead on the draft. Ronald Burnett, the defensive tackle. The running backs are falling. Big time. And the Chiefs pick in the first round is Drew O'Connell, a right guard. So he's not on the list either. So there's some skipped players, but highest rated players: 377s, 176, 175, 275s. So we were in that top category, but ours was normal development. We don't know about the rest of them. I'm sure there's some superstars in there and stuff. I'm sure that Brian Silva's a superstar and Gabe Hodge is a superstar. So I'm gonna pause it for now. We're not gonna quite wrap up this episode, but we will. I'll come back from our picks or anything interesting. It would appear that the Seahawks picked up a good second round halfback, skipping over the higher rated halfback for Khalil Irons. He's a 77 overall. He was taken 2x7. Seahawks. 77 overall. Seems like a very good pick for the Seahawks. And finally, the 6th ranked person on the big board, Shakir Wall, the halfback, first halfback on the board, gets taken 2x9 by the Colts and is a 73 overall. The Rams just took a halfback I was looking at, the 5th halfback, 23-year-old, but a 7.3 combine, 7.72. He's taken 2x10 by the Rams. We'll have to take a look at that one. Okay, so this was a projected second round pick, the first center overall. He's a 66 overall. I scouted this guy. He was a red player, so now I'm really seeing that the red players are a little on the rough side. So 2x13. The Jets, 66 overall. Hello, I'm David Bakhtiari, and I am Agent 69, and I approve this message. This is the end of the episode. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. I am a superstar. I'm the greatest player on the Packers at this time. Overall rating, at least. Alright, guys. See you next time. Bye.